You all them hungry. Them not on the crime now. Who gonna be so or rock when turn them up to start the crime now. None of them no work, no money. Just the youth them a grow and we want them live life. Enough people would have give information about them fit pick up sling for one man. When no drop out in it, or something them hear and them talk when them say, please tell about it and know you're going somebody. No one makes true system corrupt. So who is the youth them wrong table now?
I love me some King Prof boy.
Yeah, who gonna give us hope when you're up? Hey Damien, so many people balling. There's no way, no one.
One Prof.
Who's gonna ease the pain when the people keep falling? The youths them hungry. People now, and they crying
Two for the price of one.
now.
An artist and a motivational speaker.
War rock one police commit cool as them turn them back at it start to talk. Crime non stop, crime non stop. 70 on the week as the Quinta Monday. No next juvenile when they turn up. Hey, we want some young baby because everybody got medication here with the solution. And when you might think there's a shade on the
Yeah, we're back again. I don't know another episode again, you know. Yeah, our guest today, is a down must go. Because a very good motivational speaker, you know. Go right around the community and help out a lot of ones. You understand? So I know a lot of ones must know him. So I'm just welcome him. The great class, otherwise known as Big Stone. Bless up yourself, my brother. Welcome to the
You know how long I want to come on this show, yeah?
yeah.
Everybody from Lady Ann,
Yeah.
big Lady Ann and a peer hot people up on the thing. And I said, boy, I wonder when my friend King lyvaughn I go give me a shot. Cause the show you shot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. Love the work.
Yeah, what I think I go on in the country, my brother, man.
Well, I'm in Kingston right now and I'm just here relaxing. It has been a very hectic weekend. As you know, we just laid to rest another icon.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about the icons, later on. But when we do bury our icons, it take a toll on us because we, along with my cameraman, of course, Patrick Romance, we give them a funeral that is dignified. And
Mm-hmm.
we associate ourselves with King lyvaughn when we dignify because these artists have dignified Jamaica. They brought Jamaica to the four corners of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That is why, sometimes during the funeral service, you might hear me say, the Honorable Babsy Grange, I love you from my heart. I love Babsy. I love all the work that Babsy do, right? But we still need a little bit more from you, Babsy. Please, we're asking that whenever a veteran, an icon, a legend has passed, please send someone. If you can't make it, and I know you're extremely busy, but send someone from the fraternity to commemorate greatness. I take up the phone, you see, once Big Stone let loose, it go. So what are we going to talk about today? Everything?
Everything, crime, violence, everything. You don't know, artists, everything we talk about today.
Turn up your volume.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
others can call in 869-7223.
All
All right.
right. So, well, this is since violence is really affecting all of us in Jamaica, I would want to address that, and people on the outside can call in and talk to myself or King lyvaughn. For the last 30 years, we have been losing Jamaica, right? Every year, approximately 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, 1,800 Jamaicans are murdered in this country. And it's not just men or young men or old people or little babies. Everybody is in the spectrum. Everybody is within the range of being
Yeah.
murdered in this country. And we wonder where this comes from, because I know it's been happening for years, over 1,000 for the last 20 odd years,
Right, my brother.
1,000. But where it got worse, where did this vindictiveness, this hatred, this want to kill my brother and my sister, where it come from, you know?
Right.
And we ask the question, is it the parents not doing a great job? What about the school teachers? You know, where are our morals? Is it culturally embedded in our minds? And I want to hear your opinion on this, King, because I know you're
Yeah,
vast in
yeah.
these areas. Where is these, what we call it, panic attack, keep coming from?
Why, you see, to me, Stone, the main thing, respect. Last of respect.
Mm-hmm.
The last of respect. You understand? Parents don't respect their youth anymore, so you find say youth don't respect parents anymore. They don't say anything at all in front of the youth them. So the youth them start anything at all in front of them. You understand? That's one of the main thing too. A lot of people blame the government, but the government can't take full responsibility. Everything starts at home same way.
Exactly, exactly. And
You
guess
understand?
not just at home, it also start within the community. I remember
Mm-hmm.
the African times, and still happening in Africa, they say it takes a
Mm-hmm.
village to raise a child.
Yeah. That's
When
one
I
of the
was
main thing.
growing up, if I do something outside, I don't expect that to happen today. But as a kid, because I'm 63 years old, and as a
Mm-hmm.
kid growing up, if I misbehave, anybody can just hold me a total stranger and say, "Hey boy, come here. Where are you?" But, you know what I mean? I'm there that come and tell mama or papa, because it's most something that you do.
All right. You see, all this I get for last and was Stone to me is that the discipline, community start the discipline the youth them when a man say you can't lick my pitney. Alright. So it's all about ego. When
Yes,
start,
yes,
my youth start compete against your youth, you know, so in a business if my youth have discipline, your answer is all about my youth. Don't lay your hand on my youth. Come and tell me, and when you come and tell me, me not do nothing.
exactly,
You
exactly.
understand? Because most of the time a person they will see a youth and want discipline, but if afraid when you go discipline with the parents, them are going to say,
Yeah, yeah,
so ego, it's all about my youth and my youth. Nobody know to talk to my youth. You understand? I just say to start from too.
yeah.
You
But
understand? I just say to start from.
we have to get back to there, because it's spill over now, even in the schools. Teacher can't talk to the youth them again. Don't, because it's youth, as you said. You know, the ego thing spill over to a teacher cannot reprimand a child if he misbehaves in the classroom. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah,
The teacher might pull you up a little bit. When I talk about take kill you with murderation, as we call it back in the days. But a
yeah.
little firm thing, a little firm tug here or there, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Get your attention, you know what I mean? But you know what I see though, and I have to spot, and I'm glad I get the opportunity to speak to someone like of your caliber about this, because I respect you a lot. You know, I admire the work that you've been doing. You know, as a yeah, I always say look at King Lyvaughn, because my history, ladies and gentlemen, go way back with King Lyvaughn. See, we started back on Links on the Beach when he come up this young, vibrant DJ, full of style and pattern. And then I watched him enter the Guinness national competition. And the first day I met him at Guinness, because I had another artist I was trying to get through to win this race. And it was King Lyvaughn there, known as King Prof at the time. And I said, Prof, between me and you, being the devil's advocate, come on, remember say me have an artist,
Yeah, I remember all.
hot tune, he might come with so that me have the edge can pinch my artist and say, why don't you there come with that one? It can't show. But between me and you, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't do it. Nothing that my artist could have ever come with could ever surpass the song that King Lyvaughn did, talking about his grandmother. You know what I mean? You know that love for mama. One man go him cut out the two jar and give mama, and him take the seed. The two side, anybody the two side are mango. Enough respect in the car, all of the mango that you get the seed and the little part around the thing. Not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mm.
King Prof into King Lyvaughn has blossomed into a giant. And the reason why I cut the discipline part into this is because if you believe in yourself, like King Lyvaughn believing in his trade, I've watched him. I had the opportunity to see him perform in Georgetown, Guyana, you know, and pure excitement. And I often say to him, King, when we ever see you up on the stage, you know, look a bit. Because guess what? He might do good pan both thing. Speaker, and I'm great as an artist. The long and short of it, ladies and gentlemen, before you go in, the long and short of it, finish the story. The long and short of it, King Lyvaughn won the competition and went big. So it's not a normal man you have there. I'm about to say that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no things about things still.
Come on, you have to talk about it, because you're just somebody. You have to that about you.
Yeah.
My friend them.
You get a award there for peace. Talk a little about making fans them now.
All right, well, you know, Big Stone has been doing a whole lot of things. And we peace, love, and unity. Even though when we say peace, we never create no war. I even like the peace. I feel believe more respect, you know, but them say peace and we understand what the world consider peace to be. So the Universal Federation for Peace saw a story that myself, Williams from the Gleaner, Snapples, my cameraman, Little Lenny, and Richie Stephen, we all attack this case viciously, like a domino effect. It started with the Gleaner sending this young reporter over to New Haven because there were sightings of crocodiles, you know what I mean, and the place flood out and people things are washed wet. So he went over there to cover that crocodile story.
Yeah.
It was over there. Yvonne Sterling, this lady that you all been seeing on Winford William on stage and all over the place that died recently. Came up to this little young reporter and said, "Excuse me, sir. My name is Yvonne Sterling, and the water has flooded me out. Could you please help me, sir?" Very modest and clean-spoken she was. And this reporter, why I love him so much as a young man, is that he could easily nudge this old woman aside. He never do that in respect. And guess what? That's why I know say there's hope for Jamaica. Prof, if we apply the treatment where you apply, the kind of pressure where you apply and me apply, and everybody apply it with tough love. Because I know speak negatively about anybody because you hate them. You speak the truth because you want them to get better. You want your country as a humanitarian to get better. So when we all join force and bring Yvonne Sterling out of the rut, and Richie Steve vice her, and then she up on Winford William on stage, and the big tune, "Thank you, Lord, for what you have done for me." 3 weeks later, she was dead.
She's like just now wait to get her break.
She just a wait to get her break. But you know what I'm happy about? We all pulled together. Because me and Richie Stephen wasn't no close friend. Me and Little Lenny was like that. But me and Richie Stephen wasn't close. And it brought us, it bring a bond between Andre, the families of Yvonne Sterling. You know, my condolences still to you people. And everyone that play a role. Sean Prendergast from the Rudolph Prendergast Foundation. They made this donation the very first day. Big up to Sean. You know? So the team can make the dream work.
Yes, yeah.
And like we have kids, and me call them personally misguided youths. You know? Some youths understand what's going on, and we have to teach them. So them give me an award the 7th of February, the same day them bury.
I see him there.
Yeah. Myself, Richie Stephen, Little Lenny.
We want to say Big Stone.
Yes.
Crime. How far the crime rate gone in Jamaica?
Huh?
The crime rate. How much? How far there?
But almost 200 people, if not more.
That means they fly past last year.
Yeah, the last stats that I heard was about 175, 182 thereabout. And you know, we kill 5 people per day, so it's easily in 3-4 days. You know, we don't consider it serious. It's not a pandemic, you know, and I wouldn't even want to go there, but it's not a pandemic because they pay more attention to the pandemic than they pay to the people killing themselves. It makes me pandemic has only killed 378 people.
I guess the pandemic can get to them.
And that's from March last year to now.
I guess 3 can get to them, but the violence amongst ghetto youth not really get to them, so they don't really pay no attention to that.
But it's getting to the economy.
Mm.
It's going to get to them because guess what? You see, when the crime and violence comes out, and the people them from St. Elizabeth can't get to come at home, comply and where, then the few little people will brave the storm. Can remember violent downtown, you know. Downtown at the bread basket of Jamaica, you know. But on lockdown, you know, brother, a serious money the economy lose, you know. You know that? A billions of dollars trade downtown Kingston every day. Billions of dollars. When something happens within those communities, it affects everybody, even the person uptown.
So if it's the main thing can stop the crime and violence too? Because a lot of before you get a lot of call at the time, most of the time, most overseas people as boy, they want to come home and you know they want to run business at Jamaica and them afraid to do it and a lot of things them say. So where if the main thing can cut down crime and violence so I go on a community them.
All right.
And what the cost the overseas when they come live, them always end up with some bad to them.
All right. But it's a long story because I've done a number of vlogs on the topic. But let's take them by steps. All right, what we can do to stem this wanton killing. You know, it cut deep though. This killing cut deep. People carrying revenge as far back as 20, 25, 30 years ago. This person grew up and find out that boy John Brown, uncle, son, did kill him grandfather. And you know what I mean? And it is a scab that never heals. You know, it looked like it's healed on the surface, but if you pick it, you see still oozing. So we have to figure out how we're gonna heal that scab, get below that scab.
So if he say most high violence you are going now, a revenge I wanna care because remember say boy, you ain't do me this or someone do that.
Some of it is contract killing as well. Some of it is contract killing as well. Some of it, you know, because guess what? It's the same thing. Look at what happened recently. In Trelawney, a sister, right? Kill a sister. But the most appalling thing about a sister killing a sister is our two daughters help her to kill them auntie. It was one of the two daughters who opened up a door and let in a gunman to kill her because her mother says so. Get wicked than that in a St. Mary. A mother with her son and her daughter and kill another brother, which is her son. And you know what them do? Then they don't have dignity and respect for the carcass. You just take it and throw it in the backyard and find it. The back of the yard, man, they didn't go bury this thing.
Marcus Garvey making a speech one time why Marcus Garvey making a speech one time say it go roll down Spinestone or something like that.
Them say a particular head is going to roll down King Street.
Something like that.
Your guess is as good as mine. But what I'm saying though, this is very, very important for Jamaica. And the reason why I'm speaking about it, because a lot of people might not want to talk about what is happening in Jamaica. They're scared. But I probably die, in my house.
Listen to me, Spoon. It's like too much baby have too much power in their hand. I want to say too much baby is like
remember,
a lot of women able big enough, but that's still big because the brain young. And then one I think to that is because children have children, because enough of we parents, we not talk like enough of you them are doing violence. Their parents never really have nothing to give them. No knowledge at all to put in their head, so them become a pitney, so a pitney have pitney, and a pitney have grow up, and a pitney have go on all of them look at things. You understand? So if I say too much power, in a too much pitney hand. That's why them say, me not believe say poverty cause crime. Me not believe that. You understand? No people don't believe that. I'm not sure why I don't believe that. Most here have a lot of crime go on, brother. Them youth they have a lot of money and can do better.
King, a chink and kaya mattress me grow up on, you know. Big story. Chink. The man can't tell me about chink, you know. That's why I reason with you, the man show them say a chink. You know what is chink? Them little crawly blood suckers there. But wait till they drop asleep at night time and then just come attack you. Them used to attack me. Sometimes I didn't eat no food for go on my bed. My old man a hustle and come in with nothing, one loaf of bread. And I broke it and go so. and I eat and sleep at the same time. But you better believe it. I go wash my foot and go to school in the morning. Come on and learn something.
Remember we used to go fish with the whole population we go and catch fish. We have fun. You understand me? I say, we not drive, we not drive, we are walk and we are enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
So what change?
Them youth today, them have it good. Yo, you don't wear Clark's car school. You know that? $25,000 Clark's.
Just one main thing where change stone is that vanity start valuable more than people life.
Yeah.
You understand? And this thing start off, it may be stone away, but no people look at it now. This thing start off anytime the PlayStation and the game then start coming and your mother and father start make you keep in the house and you alone start play your game, so you get attached to your game more than you attached to your local brother, your local family friends who you used to play with.
True.
Look thing.
True.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a band for each other again.
Exactly. The community center, one to them community center there. And them think they learn big son of a mingle, a man step on your toes and sorry and you're going through. Can you see?
Watch a stone. Happiness used to be everything to you as a youth grow.
Yeah.
You know, how we can happy with fellow brothers and sisters. That's why anytime mama said don't come out of yard or papa don't come out of yard, we still squeeze out of yard and go and play with the friend because that make we happy. But when you see certain vanity start replace that so we not happy with the brother and look friend them again. We can stay home happy with the Nintendo happy with the local thing them.
That's true.
Liquid the value of humanity.
Me know say our people are say we old fashioned, me even more so than you. But go back to the original, go back to the foundation. We love dancehall music, don't get me wrong, I like I Octane and I like System and I like Chronic Land and Daddy One them. I love all of them. Cause remember me out and I can decipher where I'm about when I'm step on a corner and step on a this. But some music become so damaging, to the mind that cannot. Like we said, the SpongeBob them, the mind absorb when we say and do when we say. You know what I mean? Some of them music they kind of tight. But I tell you in the line. I producer, I tell you straight up. I love Wooly from 90s dance.
So as a producer, Stone, where if you say the producer then can contribute to help? Because music is life still, music is life.
Yeah, man, I have many genres of
that's why I tell a man say you can't imagine a movie without music because music
exactly.
creates different scenes. You understand? Although a man will say, boy, seeing is believing, but I tell you say music powerful. Music make you suffer without you even knowing.
Exactly. All right. You have a little song, right? We play upon the TV. I don't know if they know it. Because wash your hands. I hate that blouse and skirt thing, brother. Every time you do something to me, it's like me like someone drop out of me head. You see, after me about 5 times, I mean that. Watch your hands. So when you say it enter the mind subconscious, subliminally, it's true. That's the music, some of the music in the dance hall and piercing. I'm one some bad man, I'm grateful, no artist. But big soon I tell you some of the youth, them care fatum. Them see the brother, they make the youth them run wild. Me I tell the brother. Me say, as I see him, me say as some little baby to blow, is a right for that him I walk with brethren. Cause the music them when me, some of the music them brethren. I'm a big guy them brother. I don't want to compare show come ball in a King Levan, but it's hard when me say. Cause me wrong as your mother I cry about them picnic. Me reading in the newspaper the other day where a mother tell her son whole heap of time say, hey boy, and I tell her, stop the way I do,
Yeah.
He was involved in killing somebody in the morning and by 1:30 in the evening, police killed him. A body bag, she do? She run over there and kick up him blouse and skirt. It hurt me because I understand where the mother there got you. I understand where the sister got you. A whole heap of funeral me go. Enough little you watch them promising little you, them brethren. God! Promising soldier. Because guess what? We need the younger youth, them, me a old boy, We need as the younger youth them for hold fort this island. Suppose we are going to invasion. Oh God. Somebody are coming now, even though we're not we're just a butt against sun.
Yeah.
Who
But against
can hold off our ends for a while? Hold
yeah.
off our ends, everybody are fighting inside. If a man run go over there, so and a man say, man, see when me come that time the bigger enemy out there come after him. Go gonna near me up and near me up and near up everybody. Bigger enemy out there. Tell the youth them that bigger enemy out there, brethren. So that's why the youth them have to try to come together. Me understand, say a man have a whole thing of carrying, a whole thing of carrying, a whole thing of carrying, my brother. But when will it stop, Rastafari? It touched me hard when my sister have to go and next youth look a funeral. And no man no better than no man. Some of the baddest man them with the 6 foot under. No man! No better no man. You know what is better than a man? The element of surprise. So I say you want to live as a youth, like you the pan crack. Yeah? You go to certain part of the inner city communities. And them are 25, 30. And the man say, well, you have a half a tree. The man say, big son, half a tree. What you talking about, man? Man, the man a 30-year-old and never got half a tree yet. And I'm living at Kingston. In a particular garrison, I don't want to talk. The man never gone across here. Them is a big son in a stray. What do you mean a stray? Cross with this walking distance up there. What's the matter with you? I'm shocked. Jamaica is only 155 miles long by 55 miles wide. How we gonna cut it up? You can't go over there, so me can't go over there, so you can't go over there, so you can't go over there. Come on, you would. What you talking about, man? And anything we can understand to lyvaughn, and it touch the core, me not tell a lie. When friend a kill friend killer. You and them go to school together, you look out to you friend head back. And you and someone who could have talked about. Sometimes some arms out. I don't know nothing big. A man look for a man talk about, yo man, where you look for? Pre me. Come on, King lyvaughn, speak up, man. You know when I get very emotional when I see our black brothers, man, dying in the street like dogs, man.
Me,
they send the pictures to me.
Deep value of humanity, brother. Deep value of life. Life itself now no value, brother. Or we gonna make back life have value.
Well, do what we do. We have to fight. We will never stop fighting. I'll never stop fighting. You'll always see me in a city community. I'd rather to die standing than to live kneeling, man. You know what it is? A coward die 1,000 times. A brave man die but one time. And the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, men who are earnest are not afraid of consequences. So we have to go out there and try to reach a youth. And guess what? A whole big man can't help, you know, but you don't want to help. We got down to the level of the youth and reason with the youth. Some of them man don't respect them, look on the youth, hey boy, come here. Yo, and a man reach a certain age in this time, a big man. I reason with a youth. That's not because you hear me say youth. I reason with a young man. I make him understand, say, yo, you're a man, you know, blah, 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 blah. And why I'm telling you this, and when I look on them, I'm looking at them eye. You have to stop this, man. This ain't take you nowhere. They've lost a lot of young, great soldiers. I have buried quite a few soldiers, King lyvaughn. I watched their mama cry. I watched their grandmother cry. And some of these kids were burying as some stone killers. Some of them. They've caused a lot of destruction. People are very happy to see them go. But sad to say, people are also very sad to see them go because they have their mother, their father, and that love can never die. Papa and mama love and brother love can never die.
Real.
You know what I mean? So, you know, and I'm happy I got a chance to talk to you, man, because there's so much things on my mind. So much
real.
On my mind, you know. People are not being able to afford themselves. It's a poor class of people, man, you know. And
so Stone, so what advice you have to give to overseas them have to come out from Liberty and to come to Jamaica?
all right. I used to do a lot of vlogs, and you have the returning resident people, them and them used to come out and say, well, boy, this, that, and so on and so forth, and advise people not to come back to Jamaica. Jamaica, your yard, you know. I must afraid to come home, you know, because they're home, right on the ground. They're on the back of the street, on the ground. So I'm going to tell anybody if they want to come to Jamaica, come to Jamaica. But you see, when I come to Jamaica, there's a lot of things that you have to do to prepare yourself to come to Jamaica. You have a lot of people who have never been back to Jamaica after they left.
Enough years, only 5 years.
Yeah, when they come back to a particular community, nobody don't know them. So they look at tuggy and they look at killy, see them as easy target because nobody knows who these people are. All of a sudden they're driving a Mercedes Benz, they live in a 3-story house gone up there, the walls are this high, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth. And people don't know them. So there's no bonding there. Not that it is okay for you to attack these people, don't get me wrong. But at least you bond with the people gradually before you really move back to Jamaica, I believe. Number 2, send a little thing come my yard, man. Sometimes I look at one thing for send come my yard and not, you know. Me know all them Jamaican people licky. I want to send you things, I want you to send them things all the time. But some people don't send back nothing. So the relative there, I grew up with hatred and vindictive and bad mind. So when them come out here and build a little mansion, them just wait for them can't wait till old age take them. Them plan to kill them and take. I don't know, say them next in line. You know what I mean? So me personally, I tell the Jamaican, don't come home. Come home at your yard, but set the foundation. The key people that you hang out with, the person that you might know 10, 15 years ago, right? And you come back and see that person, is not the same person. I don't know if demons are walking the street. Maybe that's another topic. Or chemtrail, the people that walk like them in a zombie rasta cinema.
All right, Stone. All right. Let me say I go on now. You remember say first time I be a man alone used to drink liquor, you know?
My right, you never look at youth all 14,
I look at youth right now.
Like a plastic cup.
I think look at drunkard.
And one of them caffeine lace drink. Me now can't.
And that's first time then.
See
First time we could understand why elderly used to drink rum. They used to drink rum to escape the problem. You understand? First start bill PP and then can't manage the most of the time elder go drink all rum and go hide out and hide from themselves. No, where them youth hide from? Where them a drink from so much?
Let me tell you what I'm do. Most of them now have no guts, you know. Some of the youth them and a friend chorus them, you know, and I'm forget what them call liquid courage. So like a step on the ends. You know, the film squeeze the trigger upon a little baby or old people. Because that's why them do these things, you know. They might fuck up yourself. Because remember, only a messed up person up yourself do certain things. You know what I mean? Only a man will not think logical or look on an 81-year-old mother and put her long and kill her execution style. Only a man will not think straight with a look on a little baby 6 and 7 and them run for you and you run them down and you kill them execution style. You understand the mindset what I say? So most of them youth and understand, say when I mix overproof with that little pinkish looking thing there, that little piss looking thing there, what you call a Molotov cocktail. All your mother you would tell go suck. After you drink that, you're not afraid of nobody. You know, you're the man them say them also I mix it with embalming fluid, formaldehyde.
Them thing out imagine to make them escape from reality then.
Yes. In other words, then it makes them become fearless. You ever know you have drugs like that?
Yeah.
When I'm let it go by you, you know. Let me go show you 2 quick incidents of chemistry, you know. An 81-year-old man, 78-year-old friend stand up on that. But one of them are Mason. So he must fix a toilet pit like a soaker way. Him down there and him and the man attack. You know, so the man will stand up over him. Take a 2x4 and go to blam in there and lick him, kill him. Unprovoked. You wonder where it comes from. In a Montego Bay again, a 14-year-old there, a 9-year-old there, and a 7-year-old there in a room. And the 14-year-old look on the 9-year-old and say, no, look on the 7-year-old and say, if me kill a 9-year-old, which was a little girl, you got to talk? I'll say, yes, you got to talk. And I say the 14-year-old just pop off and go and go say, plum! And kill the 9-year-old and run out of the room. It was all over the news. I've done videos on it. Unprovoked attack. You have what you call mood-altering chemical. That's why certain types of music, they hit certain decibel. And when you decibel and go like, bang, the frequency in your brain. Because, all right, what do you think? But is electricity, we operate off, you know that?
Yeah, man, yeah.
That's why when you get an heart attack on your radio, then put something playing out, like, boom, and charge up your thing, and you jump up again because some electricity run through you. So it's frequency we go off. That's why I'm able to talk some sounds, and you understand it based on the frequency that we're on.
Yeah, man, yeah. Because sound is life, you know. That's why I say, man, say musical life. You couldn't imagine a world that create without the sounds.
Exactly. You come right back around to that. Or you think the pyramids were built? It is a one man look and say, well, I make 50 man go on this and 20 man hold this and will lift up 2,000 ton and take another 3,000 ton and put it on the other, take another 4,000 ton and put it on the top and keep going up. You think that happened?
Earth sound power.
All he did was look at that stone and that stone moves. The power of spoken words. That's why we say some music is bad. Even the spoken word, some politicians are bad. Even some preachers are bad because they master this orator of being able to speak so eloquently, and people just gravitate to them and fall in love with them. And just because they speak the, even as a gallus, you know that. Girl, you just tell her the things that she wants to hear. It's not necessarily the truth.
Alright, Stone, you see, when we say I don't know, Stone, is that we don't really know the value of root. And if we stop this thing, we have to start study. That's why I say everything we need to know in our own, we just have to study it, you know. You understand? And as me say one time that one is the foundational two and two is the foundational tree. You understand? No matter how the branches them big, it can't be on the root because the root is what hold up everything.
Exactly.
Too much information I go on the youths them right now, brother. I leg up on the youths them and them not solid enough. The foundation is solid enough, them roots are solid enough. The angle, the branches them where I go for. They must turn over, they must stagger under turnover.
Papa to control that at home.
You know, so that's why I lead back to it's all start off. Remember when we are youth, you know, our parents attack and them see where come. They stop in eyes, you know. Because them know say that information with them are out, we root not develop yet. We can angle that. You understand? Just out of respect on them, it's the first time people, brother, them know what them did do. A stage by stage information. Now we have to use them all type of information, tablet in and phone in and root not there so.
But can I tell you something? You know, say my mom and us, will live away. A 2-room we have. I mean, my mother and father have 6 yet. I swear, I never hear my mother and father. I never hear the bed squeak. I never hear them up. No, seriously. Them never, brother. I never see my mother nakedness yet. I never see my father nakedness yet. When I see mother and son are bathed in a bathroom. She and the son, there. You know what I mean? That so the breakdown start from the home, brother. Whole thing.
You my first time, I say why. So old people used to hide information from us and they keep in the dark. So first time we ask them, say where baby come from, they don't want to tell them look thing, they hide all them look thing. The reason why they hide them look thing, they know say they're not ready for that yet. Because the moment they give one look into you, go try find because a baby feels they can't do anything. Every youth feels they can't do anything, no matter how powerful it is.
True that.
You will have sense and we have understand that you know say you feel that you're powerful, you're not powerful enough to manage it. So me not give you it. But when me feel say you're powerful and can manage it, then me honor it. And that's why we go to school, go learn how to angle the job then when we get it. So we go to school and we get all of the knowledge that when we go in at the workplace, we don't have the knowledge how to angle. You know, say go do job first before you fill up a road, brother.
True.
And that's one right now.
Yep.
Too much branches and no root, no left.
But I tell you. But guess what? I love this country and between me and the king. Bad. There's no place I want to live but yard. No yard for him. I tell you, I when you broke. Seriously, I when you broke, it can't done, brother.
There's somebody
to the you know, for me to help preserve it. You know?
Yeah.
Everything boils back down to the crime. Yeah?
So there is something about Jamaica, you know, the world of Jamaica. There's something about Jamaica, brother.
Yo, you see when we go to Guyana? You Guyana. I mean, true me spend all part years because I remember I go to America from me at 23 in a king, right? I went me there Ghana. He said, yes, you know, I am from Jamaica, you know. The people far from me. You see when we start cut to patois, me everybody a friend.
Mm-hmm.
They say, don't, please don't talk like that American stuff, please. Chat like yeah, there. Someone say, yo, what, go on, my brother, go on,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You know? But
Yeah.
you know, people admire our culture. Was just we not
Yeah.
we not admire each other for all right.
Jamaica, them powerful, man. We're powerful, but we don't know what is what we have a right way for direct if power. Because one of the greatest man, Marcus Garvey, you know. You understand? Because even in a South Korea, a South or North Korea, a South Korea say Marcus Garvey teaching and use and rise.
Yeah, man, South Korea, man. Yeah.
You understand?
Marcus Garvey, I told you that Patrice Lumumba.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can tell the name Steve Bantubico, King Malcolm X, you know, Farrakhan. All of them learned from the Honorable Marcus Garvey. And why is
Yeah,
he taught in the classroom? Why? You know why?
yeah,
Why they don't want to teach Marcus Garvey in the
yeah,
classroom.
for real.
Dr. John Henry Clark says, powerful people will never teach powerless people how to be powerful. If they educate you and make you be aware of who you are, then they are not able to use you. And this is the truth. Once you get yourself out of the mindset, that start thinking outside of the box, start doing for self. See, down on Marcus Garvey was saying, we don't need anybody to take care of our affairs. We can do it for ourselves. That's when he says self-reliance. And a lot of people wonder how you do it. You need each other to do it. Marcus Garvey says self-reliance is the highest science. You know why? Guess why? Because you don't need anybody to be self-reliant. You can use the power of your mind by thinking it into being. Anything that you want. You know why poor people are poor? Because they think poor.
Real.
And think wealth. The poor man think poverty. Well, how am I gonna pay my light bill? How am I gonna pay my water? School fee upon me, the rent. You understand me? The food bill. Everything him just think, and guess what? Remember you're powerful enough, you just think it into being. Just tell the phone, or what a man look on the man we invent this. And if we stand up on the outside and hear him, I say, well, you know, I'm gonna make a gadget that I can stay in Jamaica and speak to someone in Africa. You know what we'd I say? He's a madman that. So then on Marcus Garvey, I say, use the power of your mind. You can think anything that Big Stone want to become. Nobody can stop me from becoming that.
Mm-hmm.
Use the power of my mind.
And that a black people greatest downfall, you know. We have to scale from crime and violence. So the greatest downfall is that.
Yeah. Some of our commercials say, you know what's wrong with you? Some people just don't think. What a man that think? Most of you them a run go kill a man down the road. Them a think about the consequences. Them just run down the road, go lick down a man. And when them a run back up the road, guess ratty. Hey, I'm gonna get a story. I want to get this real quick story. 2 youth plan to kill a youth up the road and take a gun off him. Right? Them was a boom put on 2 strap on them. Right, go up the road on a bike, lick down the youth, take off a strap off him. And when them a come out down the road, police hear the gunshot them and lick down the 2 of them and take off a 3 strap off of them. Now, you know the funny part about that whole thing there?
Yeah.
You see the same dead van, the dead house van, we're going to pick up the youth with them 2 they just lit down a while ago. I pick up the 2 of them down the road and I 3 of them I drive by the mark in the same van. You just don't think. What are you now? You think of the consequences. What a man gonna do a crime? I've got to step on the apps, right? If him get spot, if a man knows that him not have nowhere to go. Him gonna right back in him same community. The police come look for him and kill him around on the corner. Because him not going to go. Him not think of other options. But if something my name I call, where me will go?
You know, I believe why too much crime are going because too much people are getting away and do certain things.
You're very low.
Yeah, I believe that too much people are getting away. Sound better now?
When they say Jamaica have a lot of unsolved crime, you know that? There's a whole serial killer walk on the streets of Jamaica. You know that? Man was killed more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But the good part about that, you know, and the whole of Jamaica stays, you know, about 5% or 10%. That much. 5% of the people in my create, they have okay, no brother. Some youth will get lost in the system. Some youth will never get no parental care and nurturing. Some youth will cause some. The reason what for them youth, you know, everyone have a story, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Some of them youth the story, man.
And most of the time, somebody tell us some
People,
story.
brother. Yeah.
What time they tell us some story, you want to hear for them.
Me, you know what, sir?
So my time then tell us some story, you end up want to hear for them.
Yeah, but and I'm not lying either. You know, remember, you do the story too. Remember, when name, Cargo, in
Yeah,
the name, walk a mile in my shoes. After him and the mother have some misunderstanding. That was a monster hit for Cargo. And a whole lot of people bash back and right him soon said about his mother and Ray, and it become a big thing, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And under the tune will say, walk a mile in my shoes. See how it feels. He who feels it knows it. You know? And enough of them youth are brother now my father. And them brethren father them out the street. Enough of them now have no mother. Enough of them now have nobody to call. But them friends them when them charge it. Them feel comfortable with them charge it. And we forget back to we as elders, power with the youth them. Be like the Chinese. You know what I mean? You know the Chinese them do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Young one them, you know, them not stay far from them, you know, the whole Chinaman and the whole Japanese them, you know, them hang out amongst the youth and impart the knowledge and the culture to the youth them. So the tradition can go from one generation to the other. Them big man that have some of them boy they can't tear me the big store. I want me. They know them boy them. Because them the reason with the youth them on the level. Them not no whole for respect to the youth them. Them chat to the youth them in anywhere. You know. See what I mean? I love this country. I know you love that country, and I want better for that country. So everything we go and talk on it all boils down to again crime. You know what I mean? Every day some more youth are dead. Every know some more people. The other day them chop off a woman hand. You know for yesterday. She and her lover. The other day 2 people in Calabar coach there. Right? And him girlfriend them find him, you know, open that and all them thing there. You know, all political thing are go on. You know? And Jamaica too nice for them little thing they are go on continuously. So brother. So I beg the man and Rastafari to just, you know, all the brethren. Look nice about that country, brother. I can listen to some King Prof. Want me not a new King Prof there?
You know, so like the government them believe in the land.
You know, ain't no time for you to drop something now, Dada. Let me rap to it.
It's one
Eh?
government believe in the land, but man believe in the people them.
You're very low, you know.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said the government believe in the land and water, but they don't believe in the people.
The government believe that the land of water.
They believe in the land and water, but not the people.
Well, you touch a very important topic. You see, and if the government don't, can you remember? You know, the people is the government. You know, remember they're just put in charge temporarily. These are temporary positions that must be exercised every 4 years. But some of us Jamaicans tend to have a very short memory. You know, they tend to feel a 9-day wonder and they forget. You know, I don't take political side. I'm not a politician. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm not anything like that. I'm a humanitarian, so I don't take sides. But you know what? If I'm going to vote, I would vote for the issue. I would vote for somebody who's able to take care of my community. I would vote for somebody who would love my community and love the people of my community and make my people strive. I know in a war. If I was the NP of a particular community, it would have to be the safest community in Jamaica. Because me that go down on the ground and find out. When the man them bleed, me bleed. When the community bleed, I bleed. You know what I mean? At time we go back into the community them and start to respect the people them and be with them one-on-one. Know them by name. George, how you do? Harry, how you do? Hi, Brown, how you do?
You hear me?
Yeah.
All right. We say I come from blessing. What is with the masculine gender? Most of them, you don't see the feminine gender going around doing these things.
I didn't hear that much, you know. Your volume keep going up.
You hear me now?
Yes.
All right. What is with the masculine gender? Most of them, you don't see the feminine gender going around doing these things.
What's with the masculine gender?
Yeah.
Ego, as you say, is all about me proving a point. Me better than bad. Jamaica is a bad man culture, you know. And bad man tend to get more respect than a youth going to school and have 5 O levels or 10 O levels. If your father was a farmer, then you get more respect than the youth who do extremely well in school, right? And come from a nice family. So the bad man culture is what Jamaica strive off. You have women only talk to young boys because they have a gun. The bad man they want to feel the gun.
I get to come see my interview a sister with a bad man.
Huh?
You say a bad man she want. A sister
You know
man
that I tell you?
a bad man she want.
Line up and she feel him gun angle.
She know how to beat. So my look at them man them prove a point just because they want the woman love them.
Yes, man, of course, most definitely.
You
You know,
understand? So
definitely.
woman have a lot of power. And as me always say, if every woman get up and say them no want a man who drive Benz, every man that try to get a ladder.
Every man that try to get a lad is a woman the thing. You never know say in the animal kingdom is a woman who look the mate. The male.
Yeah,
But the animal kingdom a little bit better than the human kingdom because the animal kingdom you have to be the best of the best of the best.
all right. So that's what we are trying to get to. We just study animal kingdom. Is the female have all of the power, you know.
Yeah.
You
If
understand?
leave a bird, she
Yes.
watch her go on the nest and she jump around and look and see if the nest look good and the nest look what you gone.
And just say them have all the power.
Yes.
If the sister them did a study better, they don't see say female have a lot of power.
Of course, most
And
definitely.
when the eagle and mate, you know, the eagle lie down with anybody, you know.
No man, the little
I go in her ear and drop a piece of stick. The male up can get that stick the first. You understand me? I say?
yeah.
All right. You see, anytime scorpion, when you study scorpion, you know. All right, the male have to put him sperms on the ground, you know. And him have to try and wrestle the female to go over that, you know. To show saying strong enough, you know.
Yeah.
Female go over that to get pregnant, you know. If you can't wrestle the female to go over that, you know, get no offspring because you're weak.
You're weak.
So, what kind of challenge them female have put them through before them get them? Or put them husband, or what they want to call it, before they get them. The female are not put them on them through the challenge.
No, they're not putting them on. And guess what? You know what caused that though? They instead of a man using his physical prowess to get a female, right? A man using money now. So a man prefer go hold a gun and go up on the internet and joke something, go up on the apps and make a money and come back and impress him girl. You
Yeah,
know?
Mike, some problem. Sorry for that. Still here. Try to sort out it.
You see what I mean? So yeah man, a woman call the shot. But you know something too, and it's a very good thing,
Yeah.
right? To me, the black
Yeah.
woman is God.
You're going to talk.
Yeah man, the black woman is God. But these women in Jamaica, they don't even know it. The black woman is God. Out of the black woman can come every race on this planet Earth. Did you know that? You can get the recessive from the dominant, but you cannot get the dominant from the recessive. The black race is the dominant race. Every other race is recessive. So you can get recessive from the dominant, but you can't get the dominant from the recessive. So if we had known how powerful we are as a race of people, what our skin, how important this melanated, beautiful texture. You know what I mean? You have different shades. We call it mahogany because you have different shades of black, right? If we know how powerful we are as a race of people, especially us as Jamaicans, if we ever have the slightest clue, like I do and you do, Jamaica would be the best country on the planet Earth. And it still is, regardless of some of the obstacles that we face.
Well,
God,
direction.
I'm a love my people, and that's why I beg them. I'm not be able to save them, man. Sure. When the boy say Rasta, yo, the man just at up the place, birthday. Me not tell a lie. The man them at up the place. Right back in the days when we used to go look a girl here or there, the man them tying up the place now, so we can't move over this. Pat a little chick on the corner no more. Man, I feel fire and everything there. And sometimes there are some things when you know, what are we fighting for? The real fight is yet to come. You better save your bullets. You know what I mean? What are we fighting each other for? A corner? What? What is it? Is it billions of bullions of gold? What are we doing? You know, what are we making grandma so uncomfortable? Grandpa so uncomfortable? Or kids can't go to school, man.
Stone, we just need to believe in our future. That's what I believe thing. We
I
need,
agree with you. I agree with you. Some of us,
yeah,
well, me and you believe that yeah, we can do it.
you understand that I greatest thing. Need to believe in our future. I know it's not all about me alone.
Yeah.
You understand? So I just say that, brother. So me I say, what advice do I have to give to government?
Oh, the government. Oh man, jeez.
Advice I have to give to government.
All right. Let me sit up properly now because I'm addressing the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the most honorable Andrew Onis. Mr. Onis, I know your job is a very powerful one, sir, and it takes a lot out of you to manage the pandemic and manage what is happening to your country. But remember, sir, you are the commander in chief. And you run things, Mr. Onis, you're the boss. So whenever anything happens, anything at all, you're going to be looking towards the leadership, the solution. Now we know you try Zoza, we understand that, but we don't have the manpower in terms of policing and soldier to maintain that because Jamaica has 2.88 million people and we don't have 100,000 police and soldiers. So how are we going to man the rest of the people? So I know that things are very bad. The crime rate way up there, the pandemic, 468 the other day. You know, people got infected in one day. So we keep breaking records. I don't know, there's a lot of things that you're bombarded with. But your ears, sir, cannot be too far from the cry of the people. Your ears cannot be too far from the cry of the people. And Mr. Onis, you know, I can't tell you how to do your job, sir. But every once in a while, address the nation. You know, I would get on television and I would address the nation. Because, you know, we spend billions of dollars, and I know you have invested billions of dollars, sir, in trying to stop this epidemic that we call crime. But let's spend a few billions on the people of Jamaica, because these are the ones that does crime. Crime don't happen by itself. And instead of we fight crime, instead of we spend 60, 70 billion in fighting crime, we can spend 10 billion and prevent crime. So Jamaicans should, instead of we going into a crime fighting mode where we're going to fight crime, let's get back into the mode where we can prevent crime. And remember, it is the people that create crime. You hear, sir, put your ears a little bit closer to the ground. Listen to the cry of the people. And this goes to with the opposition leader as well, because there's certain things that we all must come together as one. Because if not, a lot of people are dying and a lot more people are going to die. I love my country. I respect my government. I respect the leader of the opposition. I respect every single Jamaican. I respect even the gunman too, because I understand that some of them, not all of them are crazy, you know, we have a few lunatics in the bunch. Are just some misguided youths that just need a big brother or a father figure in their life. That's my message to the Prime Minister. And we could work together as a team, man. You know, get rid of the informer mentality and let's prevent crime and not fight crime.
And when me have to add to that, you see, we brain is like a farm, you know.
Yeah.
You understand that? And you know, so farm to cultivate that. That's one thing. We have the right seed them that they use them brain and cultivate the right way that them can grow and
Yeah.
show some action.
And that's why, you know, not to cut you, but that's why I'm an advocate for sweet reggae music. To hear more reggae music I play. Get back to this, we want to hear more live music to get the youth them involved. Because them love music, you know. You know, it's the Ambassador Theatre down Arnie Gardner. Ambassador Theatre should be the University of the Performing Arts. Because Trenchtown and Arnett Garden is holy ground. The people just don't know it. It is holy ground. The greats of the greats, if they're not from there, they have to go there to learn it. The best cricketer, the best soccer player, the best of everything. Poor people don't understand how powerful we are. Poor people spend the most money, you know that?
Yeah.
Not gonna show off. Yeah, man, you're a poor youth. Hey, you know much for my clocks? Oh, 30,000 I pay for my clocks, you know. A rich youth from uptown hearing, hey, yo, George, you know, so I watch them clocks for 30. I'm going to wait 1 month till them go up and sale, you know. 12.50, me get it for, you know.
Alright, Stone, you know, say, the youth them follow what trending, you know.
Yeah, man, I let them follow, man.
Or we can get to make good deeds trending that youth them can follow it.
Okay.
So,
Right.
before you reply, the most important thing for them, you said the youth them follow what trending. When the man them sing about tattoo and trend, every youth want tattoo.
You remember Popcorn Chill? When they get the clocks, say, Daddy, you can't tell. Sell off.
You understand what I say? So the youth them follow what trending. So my advice to the government is try find a way to promote goodness, make goodness
Yeah.
that start trend, and the youth them I go follow it because what trending is like magnet and the dragon all of the youths them to it. So if we can find what trending and find a way to promote it, then that you want. Just that alone you want, and we cry, everything solved.
Powerful.
What's trending? Promote what's trending. Find the motivation speaker them. You know, make them start go around and talk. You know, promote goodness, award goodness. Make youth see that goodness have value.
The $1 million question, though, what if it benefits some people?
All right, that again to come maybe
It benefits some people.
a liar to one, you know, say liar get benefit from.
I try to tell her, if crime is stopping over, a man not get no food, you know. So it's all about a food thing. You say that now, the eat a food mentality. And they said, you know, we have to break down that, you know, and start do country. Like I was in America, a lot of people say, Big Stone, why you come back at Jamaica? You know, get deported and come down. Why you come here? You know why I come here? I drive a nice Toyota Corolla. Yes. Down Flatbush Avenue. I'm here, Gilnoble like it is. I play. And in the Gilnoble, because it's a black program, you know. And me and them go back to the Malcolm X days and John F. Kennedy. And when John F. Kennedy said chicken come home to roost. Remember that? When Malcolm said that, John F. Kennedy when him get shot. And a whole thing at all. I remember hearing an excerpt of John F. Kennedy. And you know what John F. Kennedy says? He said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So I said, blouse and skirt. I learned so much about Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X and all of the great ones then. I not dibble and dabble in America and get myself wind up in this judiciary system and find out to get myself locked up and spend many years behind bars or possibly lose my life. Eh? I go a yard. I'm going to come home a yard, Rastafari. I'm going to work with some great youths like Turbulence Teacher, Nesbeth, Warrior King, TYCR, Mr. Gaddy. We nurtured, molded these great youths because they didn't come to me begging anything. They weren't on handouts. I wasn't a poor relief man, but I saw talent. And anytime I see talent, and I nurture talent, and I push talent. And that's what we must start doing as NLAS, pushing the youth them far right. Before July I come, may I youth same way. That's why I'm big youth a friend. Big up Manly Buchanan, big up yourself. Big up the Beat Street crew, Lego Beats, big up yourself. All of the man them on the corner, Ivan Sterling section, the big yard, big up. Carmen, big up yourself. My friend Radil, big up yourself, Radil, anyway there. I have to interview Radil before I fly out in him there, you know.
Yeah, man. But Friday.
Yeah, I have to interview Radil, man. And then the British poet, anyway, they big up yourself, the British poet. See? How much time we got now?
I don't know, Saturday or Sunday, one of them there.
Yeah, we can't do that there. But well, anytime I come on your show, can I do it already? Remember, say me going to mash up IRFM, man. You forget? Send for me, you know. And it's black, you know, one old one and one young one, you know. I would just go on IRFM, go mash up on that. And then guess what? CVM TV about me and King. And for me and King and me and him depend CVM at sunrise. See, I think me and that young youth I do together and proud of him. Proud that he's still my friend after so long, you know, 20 odd years now, and it was just a little youth, you know. And I'm proud of you that strive for excellence. That is what Big Stone is all about. You know what I mean? Me no bad mind, me no corrupted. I love when my friend them have things. So I can big them a little thing. Like when my friend lyvaughn thing turn up now. My friend lyvaughn thing turn up, you know. Yeah, man, when any topic that lyvaughn touch, I goal it up. So fans them, man, go over and pay. Yeah, man, anyone who wanna watch this, that youth here, he grew up in a man. Me don't know if me and big say that, but he grew up in a man. So I wanna take care of him, support him channel, support him page. Big soon getting ready to launch. I'm getting ready to launch my foundation, my Love and Light Foundation. You know what I mean? Big soon I get ready for launch it. So we're gonna hear all more things. I'm on Instagram, big_stone_4318. I'm on Facebook, Claude Sinclair, YouTube, Claude Sinclair, Twitter, Claude Sinclair. And I'm just a regular average gully bank. What? What?
Yeah, gully mullet.
Yeah, the good old gully mullet. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, the mic. So sorry about that. And
no
next
problem, man.
thing set up.
But it was a great interview. And guess what? Guess what, King? You
Yeah.
see me and flip the script. I want the people to say, I didn't plan it, God, I'm sure I will flip the script. Oh, no, they never know that.
Blessed love. All the ones about it. Blessed love and much respect every time. Enough respect and thing, Oneness every time. Blessed.
I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. A big stone and King lyvaughn.
All right, set up.
Yes.
All right.